This is my top lane solo queue tier list. What champions are strong and what champions are weak. I'll do solo queue tier list for top lane. Cassante shit. I know already, like, people are gonna be like, oh my god, Baus. I have secret account that I practice Cassante on. I have a 40% win rate on Cassante in Emerald, okay? And I'm not an Emerald player, so the champion is shit, okay? The champion is just shit. It's not the player, it's the champ. Kale top is shit, just gets ran over by so many stuff. Gangplank I would say is weak. Can't have any CDR in his build anymore, so his late game scaling is just shit. Because you clear one of his barrel combos, he doesn't have another barrel combo for 10 seconds. Because his build just doesn't have CDR. Nasus is shit. Nasus' problem with Nasus is his gameplay revolves around freezing the wave and stack, slowly clearing every wave. You need 20 seconds to clear a wave on Nasus for it to be useful, but the game doesn't work that way. The way the game has developed is you gotta one-shot the wave and roam the map. You gotta proxy and roam the map. You gotta be proactive in the game, and you can't do that with Nasus. So he's shit champion. Singed is actually pretty alright or strong. You know, Singed is opposite of Nasus. Singed does the proxy playstyle, the clear wave playstyle, and roam the map very well. One of the better scaling champions in the game. There's some Singed one tricks that do very well. I think you need to be good on the champion to do well on it. Malphite is weak. Maybe Malphite tier cause shit. I wouldn't say he's shit though. Like, Malphite kinda improved the mice. Like, Malphite is not horrible. I would say he's weak.
Goat.
Tomkins is shit. Tomkins same with Nasus. He doesn't have wave clear. Champion who doesn't have wave clear is automatically horrible top laner. Akali, same reason, she's shit. She's more of a mid laner. Because you can't play an assassin in top lane in 2025. You always get punished. Vayne is kinda shit here. Again, no wave clear. Olaf, there's a Olaf top lane one trick in high elo who fucked me the other day. I don't really see it, so maybe Olaf is not a top laner. Heimerdinger I never see, I can't give him my opinion. Olaf, I'd say he's alright. There's times you can pick it if you play versus like heavy CC. He can just 1v9 games. Poppy. I would say Poppy, honestly, quite strong. I think the champion is strong. She has a place, she can solo kill, she can tank, she can be utility. And even if you go 0-10 on this champion, you can still be useful, which is a very
Give us
strong
back
thing.
AMG, give us back Duskblade Prowlers, give us back some cool items.
It's a
All
very
we have
strong
these
thing to
days
have
are
as a
boring as fuck
champion,
items.
to be able to be useful when you're 0-10. No. I don't think Swain top lane exists. I never play versus it. Rengar top doesn't exist anymore. By top! Vi, I would put in OP. Vi is OP top laner. And let me explain. Vi has the same factor that Poppy has, that even if you go 0-10, you can still press ulti on an enemy ADC and be useful later on. But you're not even gonna be 0-10, because Vi top lane is one of the strongest laners in the game. If you go to Halo Blaze setup, you win every level 1, you have the highest health regeneration in the game, you scale super well into the mid and late game, has wave clear, and has insane mobility. What more would you want in a top laner? Next, Urgot. I say Urgot is alright. I just got fisted by an Urgot. Urgot has like the surprise damage factor where he can just one-shot you through all stages of the game. But Urgot can very easily get kited in teamfights. So I wouldn't say Urgot is very strong. I'd say he's alright. Maybe even weak. Put him alright for now. Yasuo Sion doesn't really exist. Sion exists, but he's shit. I would put him weak. I think what a lot of Sion players complain about is their laning phase is horrible. I can see that. Here's all the top lane champions. Quinn in solo queue, OP. Is no question about it. Quinn is probably the strongest solo queue champion in the game. And she has been for 2 years now. With the symbiotic souls shoes, she's by far the strongest champion in the game. She's elohack, if you wanna use it in solo queue. Cannon, I would put him strong. Maybe even alright, maybe put him down a tier. Cannon as a champion is super strong, has insane damage, wave clear if you max W, but the problem with Cannon top lane is that Cannon doesn't exist, like Cannon doesn't fit in the top lane. It's the same thing with the Kali. Assassins in the top lane have fallen off, they're not good anymore. You need some sort of self-peel like Quinn has. Sion is... I put him strong. Sion as a champion is very unique, where if you know how to play the champion, you will not have the poppy experience, where you go 0-10 and be useful. You can't be the Vi experience, be 0-10 and useful, because Sion doesn't go 0-10, or like he does, but Sion doesn't fall behind as a champion. That's Sion's biggest strength, is that you cannot fall behind on this champion. It's impossible. If you're 0-10, you're up 20 CS. If you know, unless you really fucked up, if you ever die, unless you like this goes for higher elos. If you know what you're doing on the champion, you cannot fall behind. It's impossible to do. Just because of how the passive works and how tempo in League works. So I would put this champion strong. I do believe he gets outscaled by a lot of stuff, and like I do think there's champions that are stronger than him. Shogath is OP tier. This champion is completely disgusting. I still can't believe that it hasn't been nerfed yet. You know, you just go around one-shotting people as a tank with CC. It's disgusting. Mundo, I'd say Mundo is weak. Mundo has this problem where you get a bunch of health and you get a bunch of like... I'd say Mundo is weak because like the champion doesn't work. He has like the
30 seconds until minions spawn.
he looks OP, but then like a Mundo will tank you 1 versus 5 and like take 10 years to kill, but then the champion doesn't have CC. No like he has nothing that helps. He has no threat. You can just ignore this guy and kite him, and he won't do anything. You can't do that with Sion or Shogath, because Sion or Shogath will CC you, and they will be more oppressive. Mundo just exists.
Minions
Galio
have
top, I would
spawned.
say, is weak. Only works as a counter. Shen top, since the nerfs, I'd say he's alright. Pantheon, I never see this. Only Spearshot plays this. So I'm just gonna put it in shit. I don't think this is a real champion. Sack top, I never see it. Probably weak. Nobody plays Yasuo top. Aurora. Aurora is interesting. Aurora is like, what the fuck is this damage? She just one-shot me. But then she doesn't do what a top laner needs to do. She doesn't provide CC. She doesn't provide tankiness. She has nothing that a strong top laner should provide. I put her in alright, honestly. Because she just has some ridiculous damage numbers. And she can be really good in some matchups. Cassiopeia top I actually think is pretty strong. I think she's underrated. Nobody plays it though, so she can't be rated. Riven top. I would say Riven top is alright. She has her weaknesses, but she also has insane scaling in the right games. So I say she's alright. She's definitely not strong. She's also definitely not weak. I think alright is a good set. Set is also alright. Maybe even weak. I can't see. Maybe alright actually. Set has pretty decent scaling with the new blood mail. But he gets so easily kited, I feel like. But then you can't kite the flash combo. I put him on weak. Makes more sense. Aatrox. Aatrox. Aatrox is either strong or alright. Maybe I'll put him on strong, actually. I don't play the champion myself, so I can't really know how strong, but when I see it in solo queue, it can do some serious damage. Very hard to kill, very good 1v1s. Put him on strong. Kane top is kinda weak, I would say. Very situational. I would not recommend it. He's the best proxier in the game. You have that advantage. But then you don't really scale that well, your champion is kind of weak, so I wouldn't recommend. Gragas top lane. Gragas top is... I put him on strong. Put him on strong. I think that's where he fits. Makes sense. OP. I would not put him on OP. I might even put him down one and put him alright. Gragas has some weaknesses, as in... Your weakness is that... like, the weakness of Gragas is... You don't really... You can't really, like, push your lead that well. He's a good neutralizer. Like, he neutralizes very easily. But he can't really get a lead and keep getting a lead. Weak snowballing, IMO. So I'm actually gonna put him on alright. He's not strong. Jax. Ooh, Jax. Ooh. Is Jax strong or alright? I'll put him on strong, I think. Yeah, I'll put this guy on strong, low key. For solo queue, this champion key is take over. The damage you have, the wave clear you have, the mobility, the scaling, the tower split pushing. This champion is just a very solid solo queue champion. I recommend him. If we're talking AD Jax is weak, shit. We're talking AP Jax here. Rumble. I put Rumble on weak. The champion... You will get toasted by him and his Q will deal 500 damage and you will hate your life. But then you will rock up to a late game and the champion has no mobility, no CC, and he's just gonna get caught and die. I don't think this Rumble champion is very strong. If you play him completely perfectly, you have perfect positioning and you... like, it's a melee champion who builds damage without mobility and CC. Like... he's gonna die, you know. The only other champion that is a no mobility melee champion, it doesn't exist. It's only tanks. Rumble is a tank, but he's not tanky, you know. So I don't think the champion is good at all. Voli got nerfed last patch, and he's getting another nerf next patch. So they're really hitting down on this champion. How strong is he? I put him on alright. I would not put him on strong. He has his weaknesses. His biggest weakness are smart players. You know, if you just don't give him the second part of the W, all of a sudden the champion is useless. So his biggest weakness is a enemy player with a brain. So I put him on alright. I wouldn't put him on strong. Gwen is turbo nerfed. I put her in shit tier. Like, she's such a competitive... She's like a competitive champion, but people don't even play her in competitive anymore. Imagine how shit she is in solo queue then. I'll put her on shit. Jace is my go-to ban. I don't necessarily ban him because I think the champion is OP. I ban it because I don't have counters to him except Sion, and I don't want to play Sion, so I ban Jace. Is the champion strong or alright? Jace as a champion, very squishy, very immobile, so you can easily just kill this champion. You have to be really good. I think in the Apex tiers, he's like strong. Any other rank, he's like alright. I put him alright, just too hard to maneuver. Ambessa, is she OP or is she strong? Very solid pick. I'd place Ambessa on strong. I'll put her on strong actually. I don't think she has that laning phase needed to put her in the OP tier. Like her laning phase is her weakest part. She doesn't really have an insane laning phase, so I'm gonna just put her in strong. She's not OP. Teemo is weak. Doesn't provide CC, is immobile, gets one shot. Tryndamere is weak. Gets countered by Tabai and Randuin too hard. Ends up just doing no damage. Ornn is shit. Ornn has no mobility, no agency. It's kind of falls in the same Cassante, falls into the same Cassante area where, oh my god, Cassante can one-shot 1v1 you as a tank, one-shot you as a tank, but his combo is very easy to play around. Just don't get one-shot. Like, if you're a noob, if you die to an Ornn, just don't get hit by his most obvious combo and the champion is useless. You lose his prior to anything in the game, it's just a weak champ, low-key. Gnar is shit. Okay, ever since the grasp nerfs to range champions, he doesn't really have a keystone. Champion just can't really bully you in lane. Decent scaling, but you picking a range champion that can't bully, so then you're just useless. Warwick is shit ever since the rework. They kinda killed him. And that is it. Illaoi is weak. Self-explanatory, they ruined her when the curse doesn't last. Like before the curse would last like a long time, it would spawn 2 tentacles, now it just instantly disappears. Irelia is shit. Garen is weak, not shitted. Garen is actually could be alright, but kind of weak right now. Just needs a few fine tunings. Rek'Sai. Haven't played much against Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai is very niche. She's specifically used to counter tanks. Even doing that, I can see there's better options. I would put her in weak. Like, she's only meant to counter tanks, and then I played one time with Sion into Rek'Sai and I just ate her alive. I don't know. Champions doesn't provide anything for the team. Camille. Camille is one of those champions who doesn't have wave clear, and she needs to rush Triforce, or else she loses one. Like, Camille needs Triforce. But the problem with Camille, if you go Triforce, is you still don't have wave clear until your second item, Ravenous. Some Camille players rush Tiamat and then Triforce, but the champion is just horrible, okay? The champion is horrible. You don't have wave clear. You have insanely weak early game. If you have bad early game and no wave clear, your champion is just horrible. Like, yeah, if you get the free items, you're 1v9 on side lane, but you don't get the free items. Not versus good players. Vladimir. Vladimir, if picked in the right spot, could actually do some decent damage, but I would just say that she's kind of weak. A lot of bruisers just don't, like, Vladimir has this thing where the champion cannot kill you. The champion can't kill you. How do you die to Vladimir? It is all of his spells are pretty much targeted, Like, you can't really dodge the E, it's not a skill shot. The Q is targeted, not a skill shot. The R, you can't dodge it. But how do you realistically die to a Vladimir? This champion is very... no agency. Trundle? I don't think Trundle is much of a top laner, honestly. I don't barely see there's like 1-1 trick. I don't really know how he does. I think some matchup you just fucking destroy your opponent with the champion. I put him on alright. It's very situational, right? Because his Q steals AD from your opponent and gives you AD. So any like any type of what's it called? Stat checking matchup, you should probably just win, no? But then if you go up against a Jax, you go up against like a range champion, you go up against like something that kills kite you, you're gonna be in trouble. Maybe that's it. Is that it? This is my final list. Very nice, very nice.